Welcome back to Kids from Mars. We talked earlier, just briefly, about setting up your craft area on a budget. It doesn't have to cost a lot to set up yours or your children's craft area. I bought these containers at the dollar store, 3 for $1, and they're perfect to label with markers on the things that you want to put in there. I also bought several of these kinds of containers. They come in packages of 3, 4, or 5, depending on what size you're going to get, and they're perfect for all kinds of things. I used mine to set my markers, my scissors. I bought containers for buttons, permanent markers, paint pens, and then you just write on the outside what it's for. But since you can see right through them, it's perfect for kids to see what it is they're going to use. Also, if you have access to these little white trays or any kind of small tray, it's really nice so that you can pull out everything that you need all at once. That's my dog there. I film these at home, so once in a while you'll see my 2 dogs walking through. This is a perfect setup for a closet or a child's room, but if you're like me and you have your craft area right in the middle of your living space, you might want to do something a little different. Make a template of the inside of the tall jar. Cut that out. You can cut it out on wrapping paper, contact paper, craft paper, cardstock. Even use just like a little piece of burlap and write on it. And then you go from having something like this to having something that you can actually display in your children's room or in your room. That's where I have my craft area. And you can use all kinds of different patterns and colors, and that way, instead of just having a bland area with everything in it, you can actually mix and match and make it match your bedroom or your living room, your den, wherever it is that you set up to do your crafts. And look how nice that looks up there with all those colors. So instead of just having this, you can have something like this. And I'm going to back up and show you, this is my craft corner that I've put together in my room using only about $5 worth of containers. I put together this whole area of things that are perfect to hold my scissors, my markers, my glue, my string. I even have my buttons. When you're going to use something together all the time like I do, keep everything together in one tray. That way you only have to carry one thing out into the area that you're going to work on. You can put small trays inside, put a whole bunch of things on one plate to use. I like to match my markers to the project I'm going to do. So if I'm going to be working on fabric markers, then I also will probably want to take some of my fabric glue out of here, throw it on the tray, and bring all of that out at once. Same thing with scissors. I can pull this tray out and put my container of scissors on there and just take everything at once. I keep all of my buttons together, all of my beads. I keep my ribbons down here. I have all different size paintbrushes and all those little bins down there. And again, I got those 4 for $1 at the dollar store. So you don't have to have a lot of money to set up a nice work area. There's all kinds of things that you can do for your room, your children's room, for the den, to make it look really nice and very inviting to do your crafts. So thank you. We'll see you next time on Kids from Mars.